Want to experience the old and the new? Visit Guthrie, Oklahoma's most unique destination. Trendy boutiques, collectible antiques, and galleries full of fine art. And don't forget about our live professional theater and challenging golf. Guthrie also features a wide selection of great dining choices. While visiting, enjoy one of our quaint lodging facilities. Stay the week or stay a lifetime. Uniquely Oklahoma.
Welcome, everyone, to the annual 89ers Days Celebration Parade from downtown Guthrie. With special guest, Governor Mary Fallin, Senator A.J. Griffin, and much more. And now, from downtown Guthrie, here's your host for today's parade, Phil Nichols and Chris Evans.
Welcome back. 89er Days Parade brought to you by Edward Jones, Dan Newton, Financial Advisor. Also, the American Legion Post, number 58 here in Guthrie. We welcome you back to 2nd and Oklahoma right here in front of City Hall as we get set for the parade. And it looks like it's about 2 blocks away from hitting our location, but we can't get a parade going without this guy.
Hey, listen.
Chuck Bircher.
I know he's not the sitting mayor, but he's always going to be my mayor.
You're exactly right.
So,
I appreciate that, guys.
Appreciate you joining us.
You bet. You bet.
Beautiful day in the hometown of Guthrie.
Well, this is Chamber of Commerce weekend, isn't it?
Oh,
mean, we had a great car show last night, and it was just great walking the street weather. And you know, the dads take the kids to the carnival, but right after that, you see the little kids' arms get longer. Dads come and look at hot rods. They do.
Well, now talk a little bit about how many cars. I mean, we got it up on camera right now. How many participants did you have?
Well, you know, guys, I drawed a number last night as high as 128 for door prizes.
Wow.
So, and I think we had, you know, we had so many that got their picture taken, but we had so many guys that just wanted to come and have their car there, didn't want to go through the other things. So it was incredible. We're going to have to make preparations to grow. We really are. It's we had them down on Wentz and turned the corner at Wentz. It was like a T at Wentz and all the way from the post office down.
That's great.
One guy and 2 of his friends, he come from Missouri 500 miles for this show. 500 miles, and he brought 2 buddies, and they caught him on the way down. They come 250.
Do you remember what car he brought?
He brought that, it's like a 58 Ford that was lowered, that baby blue.
Wow.
It was tough, and they were the first ones in line to get their pictures. And they said, now, where is the Carnegie Library? They're not from here. They give themselves away.
I couldn't imagine you're not involved in the parade today. Are you a spectator? Or are you going to be waving, passing out candy?
You know, for 6 years I had to be in.
Right.
And so there's another car show south of town, and there's a load of hot rods out there, and so I was told by all my buddies, bring your car. We're going to be out there. So.
We're about a block away. What's it like to see these streets just filled up with people? 125th anniversary.
Guys, I'll tell you what, Steve stepped in as the leader of this thing, and he's just got so many people involved doing things that we're not just having a barbecue and a parade.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you guys, there was not a grumpy word said in that car show. And car guys are pretty close to their ride, you know. A few guys threw themselves in front of their cars, keep a bicycler from getting too close, you know. But everybody just had a great time, and the streets was full. Concessions and everything up here is standing room only and these streets started loading. I come in 8:30 this morning, guys.
People out, lawn chairs.
And they were in place.
They were.
And probably been there for the 125 years.
Right.
Phil called me at 6 o'clock this morning on my phone before my alarm went off. It's game day! He was ready for the parade. He's the big child, so it's...
I seen him walk in a circle waiting for you to get here.
It's kind of a big deal.
It is.
Kind of a big deal.
It's a great deal in Guthrie, and I'll tell you what, anybody else is impersonators to the throne for this parade.
Well, Mayor, I got to tell you this. You know, on a personal note, I appreciate you so much and everything you've done for our community. Though some of them watching don't realize this man dedicated many years of his life to protect the people of this community as a firefighter. We can't thank you enough for that. Continued your service. You worked with the youth of this town for years, served as the mayor of this town, And truly, truly appreciate it, Chuck. You're one of the good guys, and we really appreciate you being here
Thank you,
today.
my brother. I appreciate you
friend.
saying that.
All right, friend.
Great job as always.
They're getting close to us.
Enjoy the day, enjoy the weekend, enjoy that parade.
You guys too. It's
Here
going
we
to be
go.
great.
It's gonna
Thanks
be
a lot.
fun.
Thank you. Chuck Butcher joined us here, and boy,
Here we
we
go.
are, there it is. We
Parade
are
time.
officially underway with the
Parade
89er
time.
Day Parade. Guthrie's finest join us here, and of course the parade can always start with the lights and sirens.
It's a lot of policemen. That's a lot of policemen. That's a lot of policemen. So we're anxious to get everything kind of going here. I think we got some more special guests coming up here in a few minutes. Be a lot of fun to get them up involved.
Parades are always loud when we get started, but
Well, I haven't seen that many police in one location since the summer of '84, Chris.
you know, the other cool thing as I see upcoming is the that big flag.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Very
Of course,
cool.
the Guthrie band leading the way.
The leading the way is the one of the new patrol units here
Very
in
nice,
Guthrie.
very nice.
Here's not one of the new ones, Oklahoma Highway Patrol, older vehicle there.
I think that's so cool. That's what they were chasing me. I mean, that's what they had when I was a kid, Chris. Right there, that model.
State troopers here join us here. I recognize one of them, Mr. Trooper Hinkle, over to the far right, and Mr. Metcalf, the guy, the trooper in the back.
Did a great job.
And here comes one of my favorite band in the whole wide world coming up.
Blue Jay Band.
Blue Jay Band followed up with the big U.S. flag, and
Of course, Rob Blackburn and all of the staff do a fabulous job with the kids and work so hard. And their new uniforms from, I believe, 2 seasons ago look wonderful, doing great, led by some folks with the ROTC here in Guthrie.
as soon as they get closer, we're going to cut our mics off and we're going to listen to the band. I know that's one of the coolest things about the parades is the parade, and we'll have Langston Band a little bit later on as well.
Yeah.
So just a fantastic day here, and here in a few moments we're going to talk with News Channel 4's John Welsh, the chopper, the pilot for Chopper 4. And
Going to try to get a courtesy ride later, aren't we?
Are you allowed back in there? I hear the fight song. See if we can get the fight song on
Moment
here.
of silence.
Of course, you got to have the red, white, and blue out there behind the.
They've started doing this some years ago. It's one of my favorite parts of the parade for me. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful?
That is very cool. When I take pictures in the past. Getting a little groovy. The wind's picking up a little bit. I think they got it though.
Well, of course, you got many members of the junior ROTC involved, as well as Boy Scout troops here locally that have made this part of the parade for the last several years. They do a great job.
Just a huge flag takes up the entire street, and just a beautiful scene down here as they have now made the turn here on 2nd Street, as well as the band. They're making their way to Harrison as they're near the finish line.
Got the Queen Court coming through right now. Of course, got our 89er Queen and Princess coming in, as well as, which would be Miss Grayson Taylor and Kaylee Ramke, I apologize. As well as Miss Rodeo Oklahoma. Lauren Heaton from Alva, Oklahoma is here today.
And you know we'll see her tonight at the 89er Rodeo as it concludes as well.
We also have Elise Wade from Enid. Now, Elise is Miss Teen Oklahoma Rodeo. And also Miss Oklahoma Rodeo Princess, Miss Emily Smith from Altus. Appreciate them being here today. They work very, very hard, put a lot of time in. Here's some past 89er queens. Some of our friends there. Miss Eddie Lou.
There's Emmy Lou here.
Eddie
Eddie Lou right there in front of Cheryl Tarter.
Emmy Lou sings, Eddie Lou supports the community.
Well, Phil,
I'm just saying.
your notes are very squibbly on here.
Well, I can't write.
And then upcoming is our parade marshal this afternoon. It's not the mayor. I see the big mayor. Of course,
Well,
everyone
he
can
looks,
see the mayor.
He looks pretty
Yeah,
good. Look
he's
at him
giving us
go.
a wave.
There
Giving
he
us the
is.
way.
Yeah.
And then there's our
There he is.
our grand
right
parade
there.
marshal,
There's our
Miss
parade
Mary
marshal,
Fallon there.
Governor.
Miss
Mr.
Fallon's daughter.
Spradlin.
Miss Fallon's daughter in the tents there as well. We'll speak to Miss Fallon
Yeah, yeah.
here in a little bit later on the show. Streets are packed here, and kids are waiting on candy. They got a couple candies so far, so it is jam-packed, and here we got some more people come down the way here on Oklahoma Avenue.
That's
Coming up next, there she is, Senator A.J. Griffin, right here from the great town of Guthrie, Oklahoma, representing us down in the red convertible. Of course, she represents District 20, passing out the candy.
yeah.
Kids will enjoy
Candy for
that.
all of us later.
Behind there's the insurance commissioner, Mr. John Doak.
Okie doke. There he is,
Okey-doke.
Commissioner Okie doke. Hey, you know, I've been in the business about 30 years, and I appreciate that, man. He does a great job.
There's-
A great job.
State Superintendent Janet Barisi on the Love by Carriages with Stephen Bowers. He always does a great job with all the horses down here in Guthrie. There they are. There they are, Phil.
Will Rogers. Will, I got some questions for you. Things have gotten out of control. It's great having the American Legion. Some VIPs from the American Legion post coming through there.
Okay, here in a matter of a moment. Getting ready to be joined by a special guest here. And then also look right here. We got the officers, American Legion officers.
Auxiliary officers are joining in with us. Of course, Sue Hills from the American Legion as well, committee person.
As we look at the sights and sounds of the parade, we are very much welcome to be joined by John Welsh, the big pilot that saw him flying up above beautiful Guthrie as he came into town, and of course Bob Ward, Chopper 4 with the Forewarned Storm team. Appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. We enjoy it. You know, we were coming over here, and I was amazed. I mean, we got here an hour before the parade started,
Right.
and just the amount of people that were here. They're miles
Yes.
Yeah.
before here. You know,
Yeah.
they're just waiting. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a
a
lot
big
of fun.
event. Yeah.
Of course, you know, everybody loves to see the birds fly over, and it's great for that, but you guys provide such important service to the communities around in the great state of Oklahoma. Talk a little bit about some of the things you guys get involved with.
Yeah, the majority of, especially we're coming in the spring season, so with severe weather, and the majority of my jobs, I was a police officer before I went and did a full-time military job, and then I work here. So the majority of my jobs have been public service, and I kind of look at this as more of a public service job, especially at this time of year with the advance warnings that we can give and everything with the tornado that we run into. And then we usually get involved in a lot of law enforcement chases
Right.
and stuff like that. So I think my background helps out a little bit, and it's just we're getting in that busy time of year.
Well, I want to take an opportunity. I wasn't aware. I want to thank you for your service. That means so much to so many of us, really does. And you're continuing that tradition on now.
Yeah.
Doing what you do, and we really appreciate
I
that.
appreciate it. It's been a fun run.
Yeah, I bet it is.
you gotta of course got a lot of stuff with the weather coming up, but I gotta think days like this are fun for you.
Oh, they're great. You know, you actually get to interact with people. One of the things I love about coming here to Guthrie is you're not at a booth just signing stuff away. You know, you actually get to be personal with people, and you know, you get to really talk, and they can kind of figure out exactly who you are and you know what your goal is. You know, and so it's a great event, and you know, I like getting out here and meeting the people in a beautiful day, and luckily the nice breeze kind of keeps it cool. So
I mean, the tough thing for us when we do this is always my hair. So you know, making sure the wind's not too hard. But hey, before we let you go here, I got to know, how fast will that baby go?
We can usually cruise about 125 miles an hour.
Okay.
So you know, depending on a tailwind, somebody might get 160. You never know.
Right.
Watching the bad guys in the car or the weather, you with your background, you can handle that. How have you been able, your delivery as far as the news is concerned? You had to work on that, or does that come natural to you as well?
That's been the biggest struggle. You know, a lot of people they think flying's a hard part. Man, flying, with enough bananas, you can teach a monkey to fly. You know, the reporting and on air and everything, that's the talent part of it. That's more work than anything.
That on-call phone ready to go at all times, I imagine.
Especially now, this time of year, it's definitely you're on moment's notice.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. We got the 89er, we got the Langston Band coming up, but congratulations. I love watching you.
Yeah,
great job.
Appreciate everything you do. Appreciate everything you do.
Thank you. John Welsh, News Channel 4, Stormborn team, join us here. We appreciate all of his great energy that he gives us.
Here they come.
Here come the bands. We're going to shut up. Is your triangle.
Now we got us a parade, people.
We just need your triangle and we'll be set to go.
Oh, wow. So glad Langston's with us today.
Yes.
Just now we got a parade?
Now we got a parade.
Oh, so
just
much
a beautiful
fun.
day.
So I appreciate Channel 4 swinging by.
Yeah, no doubt. John Welsh does a great job, and boy, that Langston man, it is really loud when they come by.
Now we got a parade. I mean, that's the real deal right there. Have you ever been over to a Langston game when they perform at halftime?
You know, I think I've seen some video clips of other performances. Yeah.
Unbelievable. So much fun and so much energy involved. It's just, it's great to have them be a part of this. You know, they're our neighbors. They're just down the road a piece, so it's great. It's like having another hometown band here.
No doubt. And what makes it even better, beautiful, is this weather. 75 degrees right now.
It's perfect. Perfect weather. What we got coming up here, Chris?
Looks like we got you can't have a parade without the Shriners.
Got to have the Shriners. Got to have the Shriners. Shriners Hospital, they do so much for the children in the community. Indian Shrine coming in here. Oh, we've got the choppers flying overhead again.
And a big thank you to the Shriners. My sister spent a lot of time with the Shriners as she was growing up. So I've made the trip to some of their facilities before, and so I know my family really appreciates everything that they do for all the children and kids.
You know, we've never talked about that, and I don't know if my bride shared with you, but she was also a recipient of the Shriners' generosity. She was in a bad accident. She was a small child. Spent much time herself in the Shriner facility, so they do great things for so many.
Yeah, India Shrine Temple, of course, those Shriners, they got the fancy cars, they got the clowns. We'll see the motorcycles here in a little bit.
You love the clowns, Chris. You love the clowns. His face just lit up.
Here comes a clown on a little motorcycle here.
Never heard that before.
There he is. There he is. Everyone's clowning around now here in the streets of downtown Guthrie.
Oh, I see what you did there, Evan.
See what I did there?
I did.
See if you can get the clown to wave at you. Oh, he just did the wave. There he goes.
This would be a good time for me to tell people I'm a little scared of clowns.
You and Kramer on Seinfeld.
Got a little clown phobia.